What's good, y'all? Woo-wee, dog, I love that damn song. What's going on with y'all, man? I don't see no comments. Oh, did I go live? Yeah. Let me check, because I don't see no comments. Maybe something would happen. Happened wrong. Let me check. Oh, no, you here? What's going on, Boxnard? How you feeling, man? People rolling in the chat. What's good, man? Crazy announcements in boxing. Let me turn this music down. Oh, yeah, man. So what's going on, Boxnard? Let me hit this refresh, man. I don't see any comments in the comment section, so I'll just keep going. There you go. Say, yeah, you live. What's going on, Tunnel Vision? Southern T Boxing, what's going on, man? Man, I was enjoying this morning, man. Before I got on the show, I was sitting out there smoking one of my Delta 8 cigarettes, chilling on the smoking on the porch. No, that's not what he said, bro. That's not what he said, man. That's not what he said. He didn't say it was all made up. What Leonard Ellerby said is nothing that Mike Coppinger said was true. Now, if the fight's not happening, that's not what I saw. What Mike Coppinger said was that Mike Coppinger said, yeah, I'll get into that shit. Don't worry about that, dog. But no. What I heard Leonard Ellerby say was not that the fight was bullshit. I heard him say that what Mike Coppinger said about the reasoning behind the fight was bullshit. And I don't even want to talk about that. I got a video coming up about that. Southern T Boxing said it's cold here. I can't smoke on the porch right now. Hey, bro, I'm out there on that porch because it's Texas. It's cold for Texas, though. It's real cold for Texas. Ever since I got here, ever since I got here, man, the Texas weather's gotten funny, man. We've had snowstorms and ice, and blizzards, and I mean, it's April, and dude, it's cold every day. I mean, it's like overcast and like 70 degrees, 60 degrees. Then one day it'll pop up to 80, and you'll be like, oh, here comes the heat. But then, boom, it'll just freeze out again, man, or just get cold again, bro. So I'm like, man, things are changing in the world. You know what I mean? Oh, said, I believe it being on that date is bullshit as well. I can't say. Obviously I can't say. I'm going to wait and hear about that. But I think what Mike Coppinger said about it, dog, or whoever made that, see, here's the thing, man. And I don't want to get on Mike Coppinger, dude. I talked to my mother last night, and, my mother was very much like, be positive, keep your energy positive. And I said, Mama, but what about bitch niggas? I mean, am I supposed to be nice and all that to bitch niggas? And she's like, oh, son, don't say that. Don't call them bitch niggas. Son, don't call them bitch niggas. You love them. And you want the best for them. What's going on, Side Gray? Chilling, man, chilling. So, anyway, my mama, but I was like, what about bitch niggas? I can't go off on bitch niggas. I can't talk bad about them, none of that. She's like, son, if you want to be truly one of spirit, you can't do that, because my mom is all ethereal, My mom is all kind of ethereal, so I talk to her, and it's always like, as much shit talk as I talk about you niggas being dumb, I can't say that about my mama. My mama always knows what I'm thinking. She knows what I'm doing. She knows the point I'm making, and she will brush that shit aside in a heartbeat, dog. You know what I mean? Because she's my mama. She cheats. She knows me. She made me. Oh, man. In Minnesota, it went from 80 degrees to 20 in a week. Yeah, dog, I'm telling you. There's what is it? Mystic something flowing through the air. What's that song by Bob Marley? It was like, there's a natural mystic. You know that natural mystic song? There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. that shit is dope as shit, dog. That's what they talking about. Somebody's running around here like a natural mystic fucking up all the weather, dog. You need to get some of you niggas lined up. Figure out which one of you voodoo niggas is doing all this shit. Seriously, man. Tired of all that, man. That's all make believe. Black Parents said, what up, Martin? Salute. Chilling, man. So let's get into it, man. Let's start chopping it up about Floyd Mayweather Jr., dog. Nah, dude, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to I think they're going to have that fight, dog. I don't think that they're just going to come out and say that that's not true. That fight I do believe is going to be made. I don't know what fight, when, what date the fight's going to be on, but nigga, will y'all please still watch my video I put up today? I can never do this. Every time I sit down and do a video, I come to my live stream before I put out the video, and I tell you the whole goddamn video. So I blow the surprise. But anyway, I got to do it. Craig Stern said, what's going on, Craig Stern? He said, Mayweather is a capitalist and true to it. Absolutely, but Mayweather should be able to make his money in the exhibition, dog. I mean, I ain't got no problem with that. Seriously, I ain't got no problem with him making any money, man. What's going on, Slip the Jab? Viva 2Vita says, salute, Martin, ready for this boxing talk with the best in the business. Thank you, man. By the way, Viva 2Vita, you would be proud of what I did yesterday on Twitter. There was a young upstart boxing scribe out of the state of Texas. And boy, I know you watch my show. So I know you from the state of Texas, homie. Know the radio station you work for, all of that, because it's all on your social media. So when you talk shit, I went and looked up who you were before I was like, should I destroy this dude? Because he's obviously don't know shit about boxing. Should I mash him, or should I just do like my mama said and leave bitch niggas alone? So I decide, well, let's evaluate who the guy is. Let's not underestimate him or say, just treat him offhand. Because, Twitter, I find, tends to be filled with people that want to talk shit because they think they're bigwigs. You know what I mean? Like, Twitter is the bigwig area. You know what I mean? All the bigwigs watch your shit. They don't have to hit like. They don't have to do nothing. And it doesn't even show views. You got to go into your analytics to see how many people watch your shit. So I see, even though I don't get a lot of tweets and likes, I get a lot of actual watches on my shit. So safe to say, you bitch niggas be watching me. So, but most of the established media know by now, don't go nowhere near Fannon. You're going to get bodied. What's going on, Black Steel? They know this by now. Trust me. Dan Rayfield felt the funk. They've all felt the funk, dog. So they're not going to run up on my lives, on my chats, willy fucking nilly, talking about no shit. You know what I mean? D-Town Blaster, are you debating new media boxing? Of course not. Why would I ever debate new media? Look, dude, I'm telling you, I don't debate people on YouTube. I beat them up. I am not debating with you. I am going to beat you up. Intellectually, I'm going to go in there to beat you up. I'm not fucking with you. I don't care if you're right or wrong. I'm going to go in there to intellectually beat you up. You're going to use a fallacy, and I keep telling you how I'm going to do it to you every time. And what I did to this dude yesterday, I had to make sure he's a member of a journalistic organization. So I was like, you're a member of you're a journalist. You're out here talking shit, and you actually work and cover sports. You're a sports generalist. You think that you can come over here and have them same corny debates you have with them basketball niggas? You crazy. Okay? You know what I'm saying? If you think you can go to come over here and have the same debates that you have with rap fans, battle rap fans, nigga, I ain't no fucking rap nigga. Okay? Tell you like the song. I ain't no fucking rap nigga. Okay? I ain't no fucking rap nigga. Don't come over here debating me, dog. You niggas can talk on your page about how you the greatest and all this and all that. I will mash you in a debate. Flip you on your back and jump on your fucking chest with 2 feet. Without a doubt. Because you don't know how to argue. So let me tell you what I did to this bozo yesterday. You told him to come debate you like a man and he accepted. He wants all the smoke. Fuck you, nigga. I didn't ask nobody to come debate me. Bitch, get out of here. What I said is go debate BFTB. The rule over here is go debate BFTB. If you can beat BFTB, I will gladly body slam you. It would be fun. But you got to go get mashed over there, dog. You got to go mash. You can't fuck with me like that, dude. All I'm going to say to you is this. Red herring. Ad hominem. Circular reasoning. I'm going to say that. All I'm going to say is that. And everything you say, you're going to have to shut the fuck up because I'm going to destroy what you said. And because you're going to try to cheat me because you don't know what a debate is. I'm telling you, you're going to come ad hominem and I'm going to say ad hominem. And I'm going to grab that ad hominem and I'm going to shove it down your throat. You're going to try to do a red herring and I'm going to grab that red herring out the air and I'm going to shove it down your throat. You're going to try to do an appeal to authority. I'm going to snatch that authority by the neck and I'm going to slam down your throat. You're going to try a straw man. I'm going to take a lighter and burn that straw man right in front of you. So when you get done with all of that bullshit you do to debate people in my bad. So all that bullshit you do to debate other people will all fall in your face on me. It will. Because I'm an expert at dialectics. Shut up. You're not going to get out of it. Okay? You're not going to come. And let me tell you what the dude did yesterday before we get into the subject. I said something that is very true. The money ain't in the UK. Somehow, he went from the money not being in the UK to try to get me to talk about what Errol Spence Jr.'s pay-per-view numbers were. And at the end of it, this dumbass thinks because I said there are no established pay-per-view numbers, you're a Google researcher. All you're doing is giving me what somebody else told you. But nobody actually gets the numbers. So they're all estimates. So don't tell me to come with receipts if you don't have no receipts and the people you're quoting don't have no receipts. But at the end of it, do you know what this dummy tries to pull? This is the red herring, right? Because after I bashed him for the red herring, he did it like 3 times. So I was like, okay, let me do a BFTB and let me run with your red herring. So I was like, okay, let me humor you because you're not going to die easily. You're just going to keep fucking talking. So let's go with your red herring. So I went all the way with his red herring and destroyed his red herring. Then he said, well, I guess we just have to agree that neither one of us know. So he tried to duck out with a draw. No, dumbass. I remember the point of this video, the point of this post, which was that the UK does not have as much money as the United States for boxing. And it doesn't. And your red herring never got me off the fucking mark, but I did bust your fucking red herring up, and I called it a red herring before I did it. The only reason you didn't think that you could get away with that is you don't know how to argue. You don't know how to do it. Stay away from me. I hear you niggas using my arguments all the time. All the time. And you niggas act like you're original. I'm serious. You all steal my arguments all the time. Run off and pander them off and pawn them off as your own. Whether or not you know it or not, that's what you're doing because they're my thoughts, not yours. Thank you. And to come to those conclusions, you'd have to have the same information that I have. So you can brag all you want and you can steal my material all you want, but I will beat myself in an argument, dog. If you ever try to steal an argument from me and defend it, I will beat you at that argument because it's my argument, not yours. I know the weak spots. Don't ever try it on me. I'm telling y'all. Any of you niggas think you can debate me? I told you. Go to BFTB first. Beat me at beat BFTB, and you got me. None of them niggas ever go. And when they go, they act real polite and if they get cute, they get bodied. Because BFTB has the facts. I'm not going to debate you until all your facts are straight. So once you get all your facts straight, which means that's how you got past BFTB, because you can't get past him without your facts being straight. Ain't none of them niggas beating BFTB. I guarantee you. He's all fact. He's all fact. All fact. So good luck beating him. You're never going to beat him and you never show up. So stop talking to me. Me and BFTB will draw. I guarantee you how that'll go. Because every time me and BFTB have ever disagreed, we draw. You know why? I ain't got no beef with him. And he's a very, very bright guy. And I respect his opinion. So why would I use tricks of the trade to try to flip BFTB? That would be dishonest. It really would. I used to do that to blood boxing. I know blood boxing, love blood boxing. Blood boxing knows more about boxing than me. But blood cannot out-argue me. So I would be an OG boxing talk, and I know what I was doing. I was digging myself out of holes with blood because I know how to argue. Not because I know the facts that he knows, or I have the historical knowledge that he has, because I don't, or I definitely didn't then. Now I'm better, but then I didn't. But the only way I could ever fend myself off is just by attacking your argument itself, the very structure of your argument. Not what you're saying, not the truth or falseness of it, but the simple logic behind it. Because if you proffer an illogical argument, it doesn't matter whether it's the truth or not. Because your conclusion, because the way you got to it is illogical. And somebody that is logical will rip a mud hole through you. And I mean literally rip it right through you. Like rip right through your brain. Rip right through your arguments. You'll be out there looking crazy. I'm telling you, I used to argue with my dad all the time. My family argues about shit that matters, homeboy. What's going on, Rick Blackwell? We would argue about shit that matters, dog. Really, 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 really matters. You know what I mean? Really matters. And dude, come on, man. I got to a point where they would just want to punch me, and that's it. That's it. It would resort to pretty much around the age of 18 after I was like, nah, I got to learn how to beat these guys in an argument. I cannot win because I'm younger than my brother by almost 10 years, and I'm my father's son. So I could never win an argument with them off physical strength because both of them would beat me up. So I also couldn't win an argument with them off of the knowledge that I have of the world because they're both older than me. So what I did was I took logic and said, you know what? I'm just going to learn how to destroy their arguments themselves. And without long, I would take my father around a block 100 times, dude, and drop him off on the corner politely. Sit down. And my brother, sit down. Because I learned something that they didn't know, which was that you can actually rip the fucking structure of their argument. When you rip the structure down, all of it falls apart. And I'm telling you, most of you guys that talk all that shit, your structure is terrible. That's why boxing media guys come and try that shit on you guys. But see, he's a journalist. So he knows how to do all those things because his job is to write an argument that makes it. His job is to write an article, which is an argument, right? So he takes facts and he makes arguments on a daily basis. He writes them out. This guy, I'm telling you, the guy I destroyed, writes them out, puts them in an outline, and then puts it on a piece of paper. Bro, you're going to get ripped. You're going to get ripped. But he'll get all of y'all because you guys will be running around talking about the facts. Well, is it that did he really sell 300K? Did he really sell 350? Should we believe this source or should we believe that source? What source should we believe? There's so many different sources. No, dude, how about we go to what you're saying? Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now I'm going to put it back on Floyd Mayweather Jr. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. He's getting paid. See this shit. Let me rip you real quick. Key Red Tienson, Mayweather the juicer. You don't know that. is trying to get attention again for sure, because he's trying to get a lot of money. Narcissistic individual, nigga, who are you? You sitting up here with the nerve to chastise somebody you don't know, call him a juicer, even though he's never been really even accused of it. The only thing he was ever accused of was taking an IV. That's putting liquids back in your blood. That's not juicing. It may be a violation of the rule, but that's not juicing. So Mayweather is not known for juicing. He's a fucking professional entertainer. He's supposed to get attention, dumbass. And he's a narcissistic individual. Absolutely. Now, is that a fucking crime? How many narcissists do you know? How many people think that they're the center of the fucking world? You do, bitch nigga. You do. Because you obviously got enough nerve to try to criticize the man for making money. Dude, if I could fight right now, I'm telling you, it doesn't make any sense to criticize that man for a tear a hole in his ass. Easy money every time, dog. Easy money every time. But that's what my mother's saying I shouldn't do, because it takes me to negative places. Exactly. But it's ad hominem. But look. Let me name the fallacies, just so you know. Just so you know, that's not even an argument. It's 3 facts that are completely whatever. Mayweather's a juicer is one thing. He's trying to get attention. That's a second thing. He's a narcissistic individual. That's the third thing. Mayweather's a juicer is ad hominem. You're attacking him. He's trying to get attention. Again, you are attacking him. Nothing but against the man. Attacking the person and not the message. Narcissistic individual. That's your conclusion, something that you think is negative. You very well could have said somebody that is driven for achievement and is looking for a legacy. Who the fuck is not narcissistic that's looking to have a legacy that goes on forever? Nigga, please. Narcissism is celebrated in the United States, and it is quite profitable, homeboy. Kick rocks. Floyd ain't doing nothing wrong by getting money. Sorry, he ain't doing nothing wrong. However, let's go into cooking Mike Coppinger for a second, because I feel like doing it now. Dog, look, narcissism is necessary, homie, to a certain degree. It's not something that you are. It's a characteristic. So somebody's not always a narcissist. They do things that are narcissistic. Things that are narcissistic. They can actually have the narcissist, the person that you think is a narcissist, can have a deep, abiding love for their child that is separate from themselves. Okay? It's very possible for that to take place. So they may be doing things that are narcissistic, right? But that doesn't mean that they're narcissistic in every conceivable way, in every moment of their lives. No, man. So just get out of here, dog. Get out of here. Everybody, you do narcissistic things. You are not a narcissist, right? That's where people try. What is that? Object permanence is what they call. You know how babies, eventually get object permanence. They think that now that these objects are permanent and separate from themselves, right? Object permanence. Where did I go? Because I lost my thought. Whatever, man. Manny ducked the test because he was afraid of needles, yet he had tattoos. Look, man, that's not even necessary. They fought and he whooped his ass. Chip cheerio, homeboy. What's the big deal? Mayweather is also the king of cat's paws. Yeah, he fucks around. They all do. All you big niggas do that shit. All them big niggas do that shit. Try to do that cornball shit. Like, look, man, stop with the cornball shit, dude. I know it's you. They ain't got the money to do this, homie. Follow the money, homie. It's going to lead right to you. Of course they do that shit. All the time. They sit up in chats. They got a different name. They listen. And I'll tell you that and for sure how I know that. Okay. You know who Damian Lillard is? Put a 1 in the chat if you know who Damian Lillard is. Put a 1 in the chat. Oh, by the way, I'm not biting that off nobody. I did that originally. Before niggas started channels. Thank you very much. Before niggas had channels, I was doing that. Niggas keep forgetting that a whole bunch of niggas do a bunch of shit. One. Now remind me what I asked you. I got pissed off. I'm telling you, man, my train of thought is off today. Whoa, yeah. Damian Lillard. Dollar Dame. Yeah. That's your cousin, right? Damian Dollar. Dame Dollar. He subscribed to my channel and watches my videos. He subscribed. He said on Twitter that he subscribed. Do you know who Big Jai is? Yeah, I told you, nigga, I'm getting old. Tell you I'm getting old. There you go, whatever. Right? So he watches my channel. He watches my channel. I've never seen ever. Hey, yeah, you know Big Ja. Right. So like I've talked to Big Ja on Instagram, went back and forth with Big Ja. Right? Dude, I've never seen their names on my channel ever. What that tells you is that people come over here in fake names or different names. They got ghost accounts. So, of course they're in here, man. Bob Arum knows who the fuck I am, bro. Obviously, the bitch nigga keeps trying to fuck with me. And it's Bob Arum, and I don't give a fuck what anybody else says, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You guys can say, 78 kicked you out of the LDBC. Nigga, Bob Arum, shut up. You said some garbage ass media guy comes attacks me. Nigga, Bob Arum, shut up. Okay? I'm away from YouTube for a series on God. On God. I was away from YouTube for 5 fucking days, bro. 5 days. I took 5 days off because I had done 4 straight years. So I was tired. I took 5 days off. Do you see the world fucking explode? I'm saying it was like the fucking world blew up. Like, nigga, what is all this? Dude, I'm on Instagram. I'm putting up Instagram. I'm tweeting. What the fuck is all this shit? Nigga, I'm not dead. What the fuck is... I got niggas saying, Fannon, are you dead? Fannon, we really thought you were dead. Nigga, because I took a vacation for 5 fucking days? Are you fucking serious? Like, nigga, get off my nuts. I mean, I really knew niggas was on my nuts. But I knew they was on my nuts for sure when you take a 5-day break and niggas think you in a morgue. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I ain't in no fucking morgue. I'm stressed the fuck out. Okay? I'm stressed the fuck out because you niggas are playing fucking around and I know it. Okay? And you're making everybody nervous around me other than me. Okay? Because, nigga, you can talk all the shit you want. You ain't stepping for fucking nothing. Nigga, I'm the fucking shy, nigga. All this. What is it? All this. Nigga. I got all this. All this. You know what I'm saying? All this. Nigga, I ain't worried about you bitch ass niggas. I'm serious. If you get me, nigga, you got me, nigga. That's all there is. Just like any other nigga. Seriously, man. All love to all on God. On like Errol Spence say, on God. Nigga, all you can do is kill me. What the fuck else can you do? You ain't the first nigga to try. You ain't gonna be the last nigga, bro. But you ain't gonna be the last nigga, okay? Dog, I'm nervous everywhere I fucking go, nigga. Do you know how many thug ass niggas there are? You know what I'm saying? He said, what did I walk into? Dog, me just talking some shit on God, nigga. I'm saying on God. On guarding them. You know what I'm saying? On guarding them. I love Errol Spence Jr., dog. Dude, of course Bob's cronies are everywhere. Nigga, fuck off, Bob Arum. Hey, hey, seriously, word on word, nigga. I gotta do this shit. Nigga, fuck off, you old fuck. Okay? Nigga, you ain't fucking with me. I ain't worried about you, nigga. You can't touch my money. Get away. I don't need your fucking money. You're a crook, okay? You fuck with me, I call you a fucking crook. I don't care how many black channels you give interviews to, nigga. I'm gonna call you a fucking crook because that's what the fuck you are. I'm a crook, you're a crook, okay? Fuck out of my face, nigga. I know a crook when I see a crook. I work with a lot of crooks, and I advise crooks, and I help people crook, okay? I'm a very good crook, nigga. Very good crook. Fuck out of my face, bro. I know how to write a contract better than you do, Bob. I know how to write a contract better than you, Bob. Much better than you, Bob. You're a prosecutor, homie. I'm a transaction attorney. Transactions, baby. The money goes from here to there. How do we make sure it gets there? And how do we make sure the services are served? Nigga, I'm a better businessman than you. My businesses do way more money than yours. Way more money, homie. Way more. People come from way bigger companies than you, homie. Your shit is a little fucking business, dog, that I could run easy. What you have, sir, is you have Top Rank, and then you have a bunch of affiliate promoters. You sign the big guys, they sign the little ones. The little ones come in and get pimped to the fucking ground. You pay the big name ones as much as you have to. Sorry, homie. I know your business. And you don't like me. So you try to gaslight me, homie. That's what you try to do. That's what I think anyway. I could be wrong. That's my opinion. I have no hard, concrete proof to that effect. None. Other than clairvoyance on your bitch ass, nigga. I will read your fucking mind, nigga. I got enough money to go hire me a voodoo doctor, nigga. Hell yeah, 360 deals like a motherfucker. He getting paid on everything. 360 deals like a motherfucker, bro. Dude, these cats I'm telling you, I was asked on LinkedIn. Now you know what LinkedIn is, right? LinkedIn is where the heavy hitters are, bro. Like, y'all got a big following on Twitter, right? Some niggas got a big following on Twitter, right? Other people got a big following on Twitter and Instagram. Some people have a big following on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, right? Nigga, I got a big my biggest following is on LinkedIn. My biggest following is on LinkedIn, homie. Without a doubt. I'm bigger on LinkedIn than any of you niggas are. So, kick rocks. That's all I always say. Check my LinkedIn. Check my LinkedIn. None of you niggas is businessmen like me. Sorry. You're not. My father is a Hall of Fame entrepreneur. My brother is a Hall of Fame entrepreneur. My grandfather is my grandfather. My other grandfather is my other grandfather. So, nigga, what you gonna do? Nothing. Abso-fucking-lutely nothing is what you gonna do, Bob. Not a fucking thing to me. All these other niggas, go do something to them. Go bully them niggas. Go offer them 50 thou. Nigga, I'ma cost you a cool 10 mil. A cool 10 mil is what I'm worth to you. A cool 10 million. You know why? Because I can ruin your business. Without a doubt. I'll go on a motherfucking mission with U.S. senators to get you. Mission. I will donate money to every one of their campaigns. And I will go to their fundraisers personally. And I will meet their personal assistants there personally. And I will request a meeting with them personally. And I will explain to them your violations that I see of the Muhammad Ali Act personally. And I might bring some boxers with me that know you personally. And guess what? They will get to the meeting and they will get home from that meeting. And they will suffer no financial ramifications for doing so whatsoever. You know why? Because they met with senators. And they said, when I do this, I am going to be punished. They are going to blackball me. That's why I say this. Because I may get blackballed, but he will not get away with it anymore. Because I have a son that's going to box. And I want his ass out the way well before my son gets here. And I want everybody in his organization either gone or corrected before my son starts to fight professionally. That's why they acted like the world ended when I was gone for 5 days. That's it. Because I can have sit downs with any of these guys. You want to know why? They know I can. No, I can. Because I did it. I did it. Do you know how many federal employees in the Obama administration I'm responsible for being hired there? You know how many people in the city and in the state of Georgia are there because my family supports them financially? Do you know how many Republicans, hardcore conservative Republicans, rely on my family? Not me, but some member of my family supports them financially. And guess what? They're not black. They're not black. So good luck bribing all of the non-black relatives that I have. They got way more money than you. I don't like them for shit, but you know how it goes. Family's family. They own oil refineries. They're billionaires. I don't like them because they don't fuck with niggas and didn't fuck with us when we were down and out and hurt. But that don't mean they ain't dumbass rich. Damn sure doesn't. And we do know them. And I do know them. And they do know me. Sorry, bro. You're not going to fuck over niggas that are paying your bills. And if you don't believe me, nigga, like I said, check my 23andMe. Oh, you don't know about the 23andMe? Y'all know about 23andMe? It's the proof. It's the proof. James C. say, you're a legend, love your channel. Thank you, man. You know what I am, JC? I'm a lawyer by training that loves black people deeply and know that black people are the only reason that I'm alive. Am I richer than Bob Arum? No. Is my family richer than Bob Arum? Times 1,000. Times 1,000. 1,000. Easy. Times 1,000 easy. I can name 5 relatives that I know that got 10 times the money of Bob Arum. Easy. Easy. But more importantly, I know family that will put him somewhere that he ain't coming back from. How about that angle? Shout out to the LDBC. How about that angle? I don't care how much money you got, nigga. You're not going to get to the bank to spend it if you fuck with the wrong dudes. Not me. But if you fuck with the wrong dudes, nigga, you're not even going to make it to the bank to get your money. So what difference does it make? If you can't spend your money with nobody, what fucking difference does it make? Because ain't nobody going to take your money. No chance. Because if they take your money, that means they got to come at people that they'll never go at because they're not stupid. Chi-Town, baby. Chi-Town. No joke. Chi-Town. No joke. Chi-Town. No joke. Chi-Town. No joke. Cali. No joke. Got them all, homie. Got them all. We're thugs and criminals, and we've been criminals for a very long time. Sorry. Had to make money some way. Had to pay college. Had to pay for my college some way. They didn't want me to do it, so I never did it. But that don't mean little Nicky ain't gonna come see you, homie. GD, you know what it is. I like Peace Stone Rangers personally. That's my favorite. You know what I mean? But see, y'all don't understand. All of that rolls up. All of it rolls up. See, for me, it doesn't matter what you are. You can be a Crip. I love a Crip. You can be a Blood. I love a Blood. You can be a blood killer, a Crip blood killer. Love you. Guess what? Doesn't matter. All that shit rolls up. All of it rolls up. And as long as it rolls up and I'm up here and you're down here, you got to go through a lot of people to get me. It's just what it is. There's a lot of criminals that love me very much and would suffer greatly if I died. Emotionally, they would suffer greatly if I died because they love me very much so. And I love them very much so. Because all of you Cocoa Puff, yeah, absolutely. Cuckoo is Cocoa Puffs, dog. Cuckoo is Cocoa Puffs. Absolutely. Nigga, my dude, hey, that is true. I will give you that. Crazy. Absolutely no doubt. Them niggas are crazy. And I'm afraid of them, honestly. Because they are crazy. Very, 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 very crazy people who have had to do a lot of things in their lives that, you know, they've been homeless, man. You know how many of these cats are homeless? Spend time homeless. Only way they eating, bro, is knives. Only way they're protecting themselves is knives. The only way they're getting food is stealing it. And that's their life. Because they're drug addicts. They got hooked up. So now what do they do to earn a living? They rob and they steal. And when they rob and they steal, they get money for it. Everybody knows what that is, man. There's a fine line between brilliance and lunacy. Let me tell you the line between brilliance and lunacy, Cy Gray. The perception of the person that is witnessing it. If you have a certain level of enlightenment, it will come off as brilliance because it will enlighten you, right? But if you have a lower level of understanding, it will come off as crazy because you are not close enough to that to be able to understand it. If you are not at a certain level of maturity, everything that you're taught will just come across like they're nothing but words. Nothing but words. If I told you this, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I told you that that meant that you are me. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Well, who is that? That is me, others, and you. Those are all the same thing if existence is all spiritual. There is no separation. There is no separation. You are not intelligent. You partake in intelligence. And there is intelligence in every cell of your body because it does exactly what it's supposed to do. That is intelligent. That's how you know there is intelligence. If they saw something behave like a cell on Jupiter, they would say there is a living organism there. A cell is a living organism in and of itself with its own intelligence. Maybe not cognitive intelligence, but the same natural intelligence, natural laws that make your heart beat. Your heart beats independent of the functions of your liver. So, although every portion of your body is distinct in and of itself from an anatomical sense, none of it operates without each other, so it's a whole in reality. Same thing goes with multiple people. That's why they call it the body of Christ. Because we are just the body of Christ. But our mind is of God. See? But if I was to tell that to somebody that is an idiot, they would just say this nigga's crazy. He thinks that he and I are the same person. I'm sitting here over here. He's sitting over there. How can we be the same person? Well, I'll tell you how we can be the same person. Because you basically take in all information into your mind, and everything you perceive is within your mind. And everything that I perceive is within my mind. And we are able to perceive each other. So how could we perceive each other if we are not in each other's mind? We can't. Can't. You would not have a separate perception from me if you did not participate in the same mind. If you do not believe that, sir, please understand that is exactly how cloud technology works. And why there's such a rapid advance in technology. Because people understand this. So they know that there's no need to surveil you with actual machines. They can put this here and watch everyone at the same time because all of the information flows up into the what? The cloud. What is the cloud? The cloud is their equivalent of the universal unconscious. Because that data is not conscious. That data is collected in what they call relational databases. And once they have that information in those relational databases, then they queue against those relational databases to get the most reasonable answer. And that database is coming from everybody and can be accessed by one person. I'm telling you, there is nothing in the physical, in mechanics that they have in the world that is not based off the laws of nature. All of it is based off the law of nature. Physics is completely and totally about the laws of nature. So if they know that they can do that, that is a law of nature. And they figured out the wiring of it in the brain, in our brains. And they mimicked it. And now they have what you call the World Wide Web. WWW, which is 6 V's. 6 V's. Not 3 W's. 6 V's. What is V? The mother, the father, manifestation. The mother, the father, manifestation. That's 1 W. That's manifestation on the high, manifestation on the physical. And they do that 3 times. That, my friends, is Hermetic numerology. Pythagorean at the least. Pythagorean at the least. And notice I said Hermetic at the most. Them at the least. Primarily Buddhist. But you're dumb. And you think it's a bunch of wires. And that the only way that it can be done is through wires. Which is silly because they don't do it through wires anymore. Do they? You have a wireless connection that takes information from that router right there and is processed on this computer. How does the information get from here to here? Do you hear it? No. Do you see it? No. Do you feel it? No. Can you observe it? No. Not in a traditional fashion. But is it real? Very real. So, think for an instance that there are Greek saints that they say do this all the time. They have a parishioner. They have a parishioner that comes to see them. The parishioner doesn't say a word. The saint says, I know your name is Marcus Jackson, and I know that you want a deal for oil in the state of Texas. And that you're going to get that deal. But you're going to get that deal in a way that you're not going to like because it's going to rebound upon you. So my advice was pass up the deal and do what you're supposed to do. If you don't, watch out for the mob. right? That's the type of conversation Greek saints have with their parishioners. Tell them what they're thinking and what they're about to do, and tell them what they need to look, if they do it, what to look out for. Right? And they do that in Greece. They do that in Russia. They do that in Islam. They do that in Africa. Why doesn't it work in the United States? James C., let's talk boxing, please. No, get out. Go somewhere else, homie. No, I talk boxing every day. I got 3-4 videos coming up on boxing today. And this is boxing. This is boxing. You just don't get it, homie. This is boxing. And you got to go. Somebody throw James C. out. Not talking boxing. James C., you have no channel. Exactly. Just get out. I got 260 people in here, man. These are my core supporters. When I'm at around 260, I know that I'm with my supporters. When I'm around 800, I know I got a lot of haters pouring in. I know who supports me and the number of people that support me. I can carry 266 for 4 hours. 266 I can carry for 4 hours. At 8 o'clock in the morning. Those are supporters. Those are my base. My base cares about these things. They do. My base is mystics. I have a lot of mystics. A lot of mystics. I've got a lot of black revolutionaries. A lot of black revolutionaries. They want to hear this. I have a lot of studies of political scientists. They want to hear this. But you know why they have to hear this here? Because if I say it on a news channel, then everything's going to get blocked. Everything is going to get screwed up. So I do it within the context of boxing. However, the philosophy, the mysticism, the political activism, that's the key of me. That's what I care about. That's what I care for. And I will talk about it in the sport of boxing because boxing is a microcosm of the world. There is a Bob Arum. Thank you so much for the support, Cy Gray. Thank you. There is a Bob Arum in every area of human activity. Every one of them. I was talking to a priest, the same priest that I taught, and I changed his story up a lot. That's not the story that the priest told me. The priest told me that, but I mixed in the facts because I didn't want to share anybody's information. Right? Absolutely, black parent. Absolutely. And for me, that's more important than everything else. It's more important. It's more important because let me watch this. Okay, so you know that the church believes that Jesus Christ died and that he was put in a tomb. And then after 3 days, Jesus Christ walked out of that tomb and then did some things. I can't remember what it was. And then he ascended to heaven. Thank you, man. Tion Bynum said, from the base, we stay hungry for more. Thank you, bro. The base is what matters, not the rest of them, bro. Not the rest. But look, this is a conversation that I had with an ordained Greek Orthodox priest. He and I sat down for lunch. He bought me lunch. I ain't never had no preacher buy me lunch before. You know what I'm saying? I got to get him money. So I'm always going around thinking I got to give him money. But anyway, we have lunch. He invites me to lunch at a restaurant, at a regular restaurant, not crazy expensive. But we're sitting down and I'm talking about why I like the Greek church. But he asked me questions and I told him what my problem was early on with Christianity and what moved me away from Christianity. and what eventually brought me back closer to Christianity. That's the conversation we had, right? So now you know you're talking about a man that understands it, right? And he's an expert, without a doubt, on the Christian religion, right? Orthodox, Protestant. He didn't go outside into Islam and other things, but within the Christian religion, he is a theologian of the highest order. So I'm talking to him, right? And I say, look, man, Father, this is my problem. I love God. I love God. And I know God is real. I know God is real. I know it in the most complete sense that I ever hope to know it. That God is real. And that everything else is secondary. Right? But I don't understand Jesus and the thing with him coming out of the grave. And he said, why don't you understand it? And I said, because it's not necessary. Because the mystic truth of Christianity and what the Christ is so much more impressive than a man who was dead jumping out of a grave, that it's not even necessary for me to consider whether it's true or not. But what we don't have is a way to progress from whether that is the truth or not. But that material fact, right? Because it's a material fact or it's not a material fact that he got out of the grave. But it is a material fact. But all material fact is secondary to spiritual law. It's the spiritual concept that is so much greater, and that points you to the myth of death. It pushes you to the myth of death. It's there in allegory for sure, whether or not it's actually factual. So I told him I just didn't want to deal with the problem. But people, because I don't think it's even necessary to deal with that problem. Because it's like saying, look, dude, it's like the question. Somebody says, Martin, do you have more money than Bob Arum? And I say, no, I don't have more money than Bob. In my bank account? No way, not close. But then I say, but dude, I got more money than him. Do I have it in my bank account? No. Do I have access to it? Can I have things done with it? Yes. Tremendous amounts. I can make it happen. I can make it manifest. If you do not believe me, ask people that have done business with me. We will make it happen. What you don't think can happen, nigga, we can make it happen. All you got to do is not sell me out. That's all you got to do. Your job is to collect the money. I can't collect the money. My influence in that comes from people that cannot collect the money. But that doesn't mean they don't have interest in what happens with the money. The church can't collect all that money, but you don't think the church has something to say with what happens with the money in the military? Of course they do. In Europe, the Archbishop Krilla or the Patriarch Krill, in however you pronounce it, no disrespect, he has tremendous influence on the money in the military. If you don't believe it, you must not have seen that $1 billion cathedral that they built. Because they built a military cathedral, and I swear to God, half of the place is solid gold. For real. Go look at the videos of on God, seriously. On God and them. Look up K-I-R-I-L, Krill. Look up Putin, Vladimir Putin, right? Look up Vladimir Putin. And look up military cathedral. Look at the cathedral that Putin built for Krill. You cannot tell me that shit ain't $1 billion, nigga. No way. Because they've got 100-foot high ceilings with solid gold ornaments that look like they weigh a ton hanging off the fucking ceiling. Seriously. That shit ain't imitation gold, bro. That gold they got everywhere is gold. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, Nuke Juice says salute. This is the content I come for. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. And a lot of people do. 700, about 300 people come every day for this. They may cut it, or actually more than that, probably like 2,500 to 3,000. I would say about 3,000 people check in for this, right? Anunukaki, I've heard that. I don't know what it is, though. On guard them. On guard them. So don't tell me that somebody that's influential with Patriarch Krill cannot do what they want in Russia without money in their pocket. Because Putin relies on them. Putin has millions and millions of Christians. Millions of Christians. Millions of Christians. And they have a patriarch named Krill. Dude, if Krill don't like Putin, dog, that's some fucking trouble for Putin, bro. Because a whole lot of people in Putin's military are Christians. And they put Krill above Putin. Putin is the military. Krill is the church. The church and the military make crusades. Ain't no businessman on the planet getting in the way of no fucking crusade. That's why Jeff Fort had to go to jail. Because Jeff Fort is he's a religious figure, bro. He's a religious figure. Look at your signs. No joke. Some of you niggas used to mistake me, right? Because I would do this. That's the noose, right? What's this? Right? That's something else. That's another gang, right? What's this? That's another gang, right? Right? That's Latin Kings, right? So what I would do is I do this. I'll do this. I'll do this. And why? Because they're all the same sign. Every one of them mean the exact same thing. Every one of them. It don't matter if you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. It's you do this. Those are all threes, homie. Any way you do this, nigga, is the same thing, bro. It's the Trinity right there like dots. You change it sideways, it's the Trinity like this. You change it this way, it's the Trinity like this. All you're doing is flipping the concept of creation. You just don't know that's what you're doing. You think you talking about Latin kings. No, nigga, you ain't talking about Latin king. You're talking about the Latin king. The king is the one, the queen is the two, and the child is the three. They're all the same. You all are just in the Tower of Gang Babel and don't realize it. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. K.A. Psi, Phi Nu Pi, till I die. K.A. Psi, Phi Nu Pi, till I die. 369, number of perfection, bro. I'm the biggest gang banger there is, nigga. Because there's only one gang, bro. It's humankind. It's humankind. People thought I was being some thug when I did this. I ain't being no thug. I'm showing love to God, man. I'm showing love to God when I do this. I'm not calling no nigga. I'm calling God when I do this. Exactly. I'm a Q, but but we brothers. Omega Psi Phi, baby. Q Psi Phi. Phi. Q Psi Phi. I ain't gonna break your shit down. That's respect. I can't break Q shit down. Now see, I'll tell you what I can't do. I can't break Q shit down. I won't break Q shit down. I can break Q shit down. I broke into your temple and stole your writs. We broke into your... I'm telling you, niggas is crooks, nigga. We broke into your temple and stole your writs. I didn't do it. But the Panhellenic Council, niggas on the Panhellenic Council, they got everybody's shit, bro. Woo! Got everybody's shit. It's the Panhellenic Council, bro. It's the Panhellenic Council. We Panhellenic, bro. We're the Black Panhellenic Council. Pan-Hellenic. Helena. What is Helena? That's the white people. Pan-Hellenic Council. And I'm a 2-time pole, bro. Bow. Bow. I can do that shit because I was a made man. You know what I'm saying? We're all brothers. There ain't no difference between a Crip and a Blood. One is the blue, that's the artery, right? And the other one's the red, that's the vein. What's the problem? Red is oxygenated blood and blue is deoxygenated blood. Once that shit, it goes to the heart. Crips, you take the blood to the heart. Red, you take the oxygen to the body. You guys are partners and don't know it. You just need to figure out how you do that. How do I get the money to the heart? And how do they get the heart, the money, and how do they get it to the body? Seems like the Crips should be the collectors, and the Blood should be the distribution. It's fundamentally sound by color, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. But you don't know the colors. You don't understand what your job's supposed to be. I can tell you the relationship between Crips and Bloods based on their color. Crips, you are the ones that are supposed to get the dead. You're supposed to get the deoxygenated blood back to the heart. Whatever that means to you. And they are supposed to get the oxygenated blood or the enriched blood to the people. So you really could think the Crips should be maybe the criminals and the Bloods would be the church, right? You have to get the people and bring them to them. They have to educate them and enrich them. And then they will go out and serve the body. And as that oxygen is used up, you will be there to collect it, collect the blood, and bring it back to the heart. If it no longer is oxygenated, that means if it no longer has the wisdom of Christ. Your job is to collect the infidels and bring them back into the fold. Crips are supposed to be the muscle. And the Bloods are supposed to be the deliverers of the people. And they're supposed to do it in unison. But they don't. Why? Because they don't understand the spectrum. They don't understand. But if you start to understand, then you know Bloods and Crips are friends. One can't exist without the other. You guys need to make up. You need to go hug, kiss, and say, bro, what does this mean to us symbolically? If you're a Blood, that is right. Look at anatomy. They always represent unoxygenated blood as what? Blue. And when you breathe in the air of God, right, and bring it within yourself, it turns the red in your heart. It turns the blood in your heart red. Because now it is enriched with the Spirit of God. That's why the church wears red and black. Black for the mystery, red for the blood. Why do the police wear blue? Their job is to protect and serve and to discipline the infidel. And that's how society works. It's very theological. It's very, very old. And it really is the only way society can work because that's the law of the body. You always have opposites in the body. You cannot have this this side of the face is a mirror image of that side of the face. It's opposite. My ear on this side is on this side. On this side, it's on this side. You split my body right down the middle. You have everything on one side that you have on the other. Your body is split in two. So is your spirit from the female principle and the male principle, the cause and the effect. All of these are things exactly blue and red. That's why I tell you, everything is based off nature. Everything. Everything that you need to learn in the universe, you can learn by introspection and understanding your own body. You can understand the principle of polarity with your body and your mind. Opposite poles, right? You got a pole here going this way. You got a pole here going this way. 2 poles, right? 3 physical systems. The intellectual, your heart, which is your processing of your blood, but also your emotions and energy. And then your reproductive. That's also 3. That's also 3. They try to complicate it and cut it into all other kind of shit. But basically, you got 3 systems in your body that work together. And you have 2 sides of your body, which is what? 5. And how many how many angles out of your base do you have? 5. Your head, 2 hands, and your feet. If you're a woman, it makes 6. Yes, I can get the money. Yes, I can get the money. You know why I can get the money? Because if I understand that and you don't, and I'm initiated and you're not, or even if you are initiated, all is mental. And if you master the mental, then you are the master of men. That is why they're so big on black people being stupid. Because all is mental. And if you weaken the mental, then they can't control. He said, I don't think I'm high enough, man. Oh, I'm not blue blood, bro. I don't like you, Captain Fool G. Get out. But I'm not blue blood, just so you know. I'm not talking about Manny Pacquiao, get the fuck out of my life. Okay? I'm affiliated with the Bloods. Delete this message in 20 seconds. Hey, boom. So am I. So am I. What's the big deal? If you don't commit a crime, what's the big deal? It don't matter what you're affiliated with. You didn't do nothing, right? You didn't do nothing. So what difference does it make? Broderick Hunter said, being informed, once again, being informed is process. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you, see, when I learned this shit about the gangs, like, I'm going to tell you how I figured it out. I had a kid that stayed with me that is, dog, this cat is a animal, is all I can say. This kid is an animal, man. He lived on, he's from Inglewood in Chicago, which is the South Side and an area where there's a lot of those a lot of the murders going on in Inglewood. If you're from the Chi, you know what Inglewood is. So he's from Inglewood, right? And I think he was homeless from maybe like age 2 to age 11. So like he was just going from house to house, selling drugs, making moves and shit from the age of like, as long as he's been, put it this way, he's a drug dealer as long as he can remember. And I met him when he was 11. Okay. And I dealt with him all the way till he was like 24. Right. But he would, yeah, exactly. Said ringside with LCD said, nah, Martin speaking facts, government, i.e. control the mind all day. All day. All day. All day. All day. All day. Anyway, man. My man's name, we'll call him Mitt. Okay? Call him Mitt. That ain't his name. Mitt is this type of kid. Mitt had somebody talk some shit, knocked on his door. Oh. There's a nigga out front that says something to his wife. Because he had a young wife, he had kids. They got like 13 kids by now. You know, pretty nigga running around, the man having babies all over the fucking place. Can't stand him for the shit. But anyway, we still support his kids. His kids are taken care of. But regardless, he's just straight hood. You know, like praying that this dude makes it and is alive type nigga, right? So he gradually got all his tattoos, right? Because when I met him, he didn't have any tattoos. But he kept getting tattoos. Tattoo, 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 tattoo. When he started getting lip kisses and tattoo tears, I was just like, okay, man, you my nigga, dog. Cause he never changed. He's a vicious dude, man. That's him, right? But by being around him, I learned all of the game. I learned it all. I learned the mechanics of it all because he can't help but give it to me because I'm asking him questions. I'm listening to where I know where I'm dropping him off. I know where he's going. I know the guy that runs that. Oh, that guy runs that neighborhood, right? He lived in the neighborhood like this. When I rolled up, because I used to push this, I would drive. It wasn't my car, but I used to drive a 760s BMW. You know that the wide body BMW? So I drove that big wide body BMW down 63rd. I forget what the name of the street was he used to live on. I'm not going to give that off. But put it this way. I drive down 63rd and I cut a right. You know what I'm saying? I'll be driving down Lakeshore Drive. I'd get off, get to 63rd, go by what's that, the Shed Aquarium? Is that the Shed Aquarium where you loop off and boom, you hit 63rd? But you go that way, you hit 63rd. It's before Cottage Grove, right? He lives between like Michigan and Cottage Grove. That area. Yeah, big boy Beamer. So I pushed the big boy Beamer, right? And I was wearing a suit and tie. I pull him up to pick him up from the house that he's in, right? Now he's standing out there with like 16 kids, right? And I know what's going on. There's 16 kids on a corner and all these houses are abandoned. So I'm like, okay. All right, Tim, get in the car, man. What's up, y'all? Tim, get in the car. So Tim gets in the car, right? But my daddy warned me. My dad said, don't take my car. Please don't take my car down there no more. But I didn't listen. And I took his car down there anyway. So whatever, I take his car down there. And young and dumb, take his car down there, right? Dropped him off, right? Pick him up. Take him to get something to eat. Give him some money. Then I bring him back and I drop him back on the corner that they was on. Right? I'm not, like I said, I'm not into telling this nigga what to do. So I drop his ass off right on the corner that he was at. So I keep driving. Dude, Chicago PD, CPD swatted me. Whap! And they were like, guns drawn. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. So I get out of the car and I put my hands up. They recognize me and they're like, oh, fuck. Dude says, oh, fuck. Man, I've been on this job too long. However, let me assure you, dog, the message was clear, nigga. You drive here in a big body Benz. You in a big body BMW. You may get killed. See, I made the mistake of not listening to my daddy and drove there with his car like he told me not to. Then I wound up getting guns pulled out on me on the corner where these niggas are slinging everything, right? Slinging everything. Okay, gang life lesson number 1. When somebody from downtown, am I going to debate Coach Malaki or what? What, nigga? The answer to that is what? Next. Yeah. Oh, he said, hey, sir said, I think you mentioned him a year or so ago. Is that the cat you cut ties with? I cut ties with him shortly, but I'm still with his kids. They're in Chicago. He's taken care of. I don't talk to him, but he's taken care of. He's okay. I know where he is. I know what he's doing. I know he's got another wife. I know he got another kid. His wife reaches out every once in a while. I reach out to her, check in, make sure make sure everything's good with my godkids. Because his children are my God. I'm the godfather to his kids. So I always try to make sure that I know that his kids are well. Because those are my god babies. They call me Pop Pop. So yeah, dude, seriously, he's the kind of dude that, nigga, he gonna rob everybody in the neighborhood. And I love you, bro, but you can't rob the neighborhood I live in, man. This is my neighborhood, bro. You can't rob this one. You got to go over there and rob that one, bro. You can't be in here, man, like that. But I'd already lived with him like, how many years did I live with that kid, man? I might have lived with that kid for like, with his family. He never lived with me as a young man. But once he got, because he was in foster homes, I would take him from the foster home and we would bring him to our house and we would spend weekends with him while he was still young enough to be in foster homes, right? Because we wanted to make sure, then we got him into a military institution, right? Where he was going to go to the military. He's doing really well in the military. But at the time he was coming out, they were going into Afghanistan. So I was like, I advised him, I was like, man, I love you, bro. And I know this is a really good thing for you, but do you really want to go into the military at the time of war? And they were saying, and they sound like, yeah. And they were like, he wound up not going. But he now is a thug with military training. You know what I mean? So he went back to the hood with his military training, and I can only assume picked up where he left off, and he got a lot of money now, dog. So like I said, his kids are taken care of, but he just wouldn't leave that path, bro. He wouldn't leave that path, and honestly, shit, I mean, there was nothing I could really say to him, man, because by the time I got him, dog, he was hardened, man. So anyway, and this is a nigga that loves me, dude. I love him. I know he loves me, and that ain't no pause shit. I love him. That's my son. Like, that's my son. I think of him as my son, and I love my son very much. He's my son, and I know it. But, you know what I'm saying? That's a little hot, bro. That's a little hot for me. But anyway, he's my son. I love him. I did what I can. He's doing what he has to do to survive because he didn't go, he didn't do some other things, but I love him. And if his family needs anything, I'm there for his family. If he needs it, they asked me to testify against him, and I was like, no. No. Can you tell me what happened? I was like, nothing happened. I'm not going to testify. I'm not going to have anything to do with that. And he never got in any trouble for any of the stuff that he did in the city that I was in. And he did a lot, nigga. I know he did. You know what I'm saying? He's just a wild ass Chicago nigga that was running around that city for a while. But anyway, he said, the moral of the story, they weren't trying to stop the 16 gunners, just the guy with the BMW showing prosperity. Nah, let me tell you what happened, bro. Some nigga around the block called the cop on me. And when them cops stopped me, like I said, they know who I am. And they put their guns back where their guns were. Period. Nothing other than that. My name is Martin Blackwell. I'm in Chicago. You know me. I dropped off somebody from Kaleidoscope on the block. You know my father. My father does a lot of humanitarian work in this area. He's very big in the arts. He owns Blackwell Consulting Services. He used to run IBM in the city. He's a major contributor to the mayor. I'm his son. I promise you I didn't mean anything. I'm not a drug dealer. The reason that there's this car here is because this car belongs to him. So when they saw the car belonged to him and that his son was in the car, they put their guns away. And that's it. Because other than that, you're another statistic. I told you. I can go anywhere I want in Chicago. I don't have to worry about that type of stuff. Other people have to worry about that type of stuff in Chicago, but I don't. Only thing I got to worry about is those 16 niggas on the block. Them niggas, I got to worry about because they know me too. And they ain't letting me roll through no blocks, nigga, if they can put me off of them. It just is how it works in the world. So that's when I figured out, oh, that's how the gang work. I knew right there. I was like, oh, that's how that works. You all work for them. You all work for those old ass men that I always see around. You got an alderman in this motherfucking district, nigga. An alderman. And you don't just call police on $150,000 cars. You don't do that. Ain't no drug dealer in that neighborhood driving with no $160,000 car. They're driving around in what they drive around. They drive in Impalas. You want to know a jump out, boy? I look for Impalas in Chicago. If I see an Impala, nigga, I'm moving. I don't like them niggas in Impalas. Shit, I'm saying, you see an Impala, I turn the corner, dog. You know what I'm saying? We not for... We ain't from 63rd. Nigga, we ain't from 63rd. Nigga, we ain't from 63rd. We ain't from 63rd. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we ain't from 63rd. We from downtown, baby. We ain't from 63rd. We ain't. We from Michigan Avenue, baby. We from Michigan Avenue, baby. We from Randolph in Michigan. That's where we from. We ain't from 63rd. It's the Chi. It's the Chi. Anybody tell me I ain't from the Chi, nigga, Google me. That's why I don't worry about these niggas, dude. I'll go hang out on the South Side, nigga, for a month. Hey, I'm from 53rd and 6th. Yeah, exactly. I'm from 53rd and State. Exactly. I used to live, you know what it is. He said, I love OG Fannon's gangster side. Bro, I'm going to tell you what I would do if I was in trouble. Because I've been in trouble, nigga. On God, I got ran out of D.C., nigga. On God, I got ran out of D.C., nigga. On God. And you know I don't do that. On God, I got ran out of D.C., nigga. With my life, nigga, ran out that bitch. Scared to death. Scared to death, nigga. I had a plane. Let me tell you how scared I was one time in D.C., bro. I was so scared of these. I was so, not scared. No, I was scared then. I was scared then. Because it was the first time that I'd really experienced it. But some niggas didn't like me in D.C. at all. These niggas didn't like me in D.C. at all. Because I'm an asshole. And, nigga, you can't do shit. However, that was my attitude. You can't do shit. Fuck you. So niggas thought they could do some shit. Some street niggas. And I was like, what the fuck are these niggas doing all around me? And I pretty much was like, alert, alert, Chicago shit. Really, West Side Chicago shit. Right? Nah, nigga. So what I did was, I had a plane the next day. I left my bags. Oh, that's what's up, Dallas and me. I left my bags in the apartment that I was staying in, that I wasn't paid for, right? These guys put me up in my own apartment for like 6 months, no charge, right? I left everything I had in that apartment and went to the airport a day early. My shit wasn't gonna leave for a day. Bro, I went to the airport and I sat in that motherfucker for a day. I was like, okay, nigga. You're gonna have to come up behind these security gates and all this shit to come get me. Cause I'm sitting here till my plane flies, nigga. I'm sitting here till my plane flies. And what did I do? I flew my ass back to where I was. Everything calmed back and I came back to DC. When I got back to DC, these niggas' attitudes had changed dramatically. I got out and their attitudes changed dramatically. And if you don't believe me, nigga, like I said, link in me, nigga. Link me in. And you know damn well I know all these niggas. And you know all well these niggas know. So it's gang shit. When I got out of law school, I went into Chicago and I was like, damn, nigga, this gang shit is goddamn. Like, I was like, damn, this gang shit is real. Like, it's connected all the way. It's all one. It's all one. And your job is, then I figured, my job is to figure out where I fit in all of this, because there's no way for you to really avoid it. Because even if you're doing something legally, there's somebody that is trying to steal what you're doing legally, right? And they will do what they got to do, man. So that's why people stay in their cities. That gang shit is real, bro. Real, man. And it ain't go away. It never went away. Only thing you can do is try to navigate yourself by understanding the politics of it. I can't convince my son not to be a drug dealer, not to go run around killing people. I can't convince him of it. I know what it meant every time he got a tattoo. And the story I was going to tell you is that the nigga told me, he was like, somebody told me, he was like, man, this dude said something outside, and he grabbed his AK, ran out with his AK into the fucking street, and left. But they only told me this. They only said he shot at the guy. He was like, you got to get him, man. Come on, man. You got to. Basically, that's what it was. Statute of limitations is expired. But they were like, basically, you got to get, he needs to get to fucking some other state, dog. Because there's somebody out there trying to kill him, is what they said to me. They're like, he went outside and he shot up, he shot at these guys. So now these guys are going to come back and try to kill him. We need to get him out of the state. But upon reflection, I was like, nah, that don't sound like him to me. It sounds like more like to me that, he did something. And then he left. So I have him in my house, you know what I'm saying? Along with my cousin, the guy with the guy from the other like-minded individual. And I'm sitting there with my son, who I consider to be my son, and my cousin, who I know is crazy as a letter Z, in my fucking house, man. So I'm like, dude, this shit is really real. I know what this dude will do. I know what this dude has done. How are you ever in your life going to get away from these people? I can't get away from them. It's like the Nipsey Hussle song. It's like shooters and killers everywhere I go. Like everybody. Like in the town I came from, in DC, in New Orleans, in Texas, in Memphis. Everywhere you go, there's these guys that are in business, and they mean business about their business. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I think for black people, it's so important to get your colors straight and understand that it is just one system, and everybody fits into that system. And some of that system is not going to go into the legal system, but it is still its own system. I sat down, for example, when I was in Memphis, what's the guy's name? The big Memphis rapper, MJG? Is it MJ? Tell me the Memphis guys. It's MTG or MT. What's his name again? I don't listen to rap for shit, but it's the big guys in Memphis. And I think that's probably why he didn't like me. 8Ball and MJ, it's MJG. MJG. So my boy, MJG, my boy from Cali calls me, right? And I tell you about him all the time. He's the big movie producer. He just did Jesus and the Black Messiah. That's my guy that did the Jesus and the Black Messiah. That's my guy that did that. And I always say that's my guy that did that because that's my guy that did that. That's my guy, right? But before that, he used to work for William Morris Talent Agency, which is, by the way, owned by Ari Emanuel, who is the brother, who is from Chicago, with Ari Emanuel, with Rahm Emanuel, who my family supported as mayor. So there's Rahm Emanuel and Ari Emanuel. Then there's what do you call it? What's the name of that shit? That big agency again. See, niggas take shit out of my mind with that. However, them and that big William Morris Talent Agency, that talent agency, which they changed to some other name, right? He was in Chicago. He came to see me in Memphis because I called him and I said, hey, man, did you know that there was a major movie being made down here and these guys are down here? So he said, oh, really? I'm going to fly down. And it was a guy named Craig Brewer. Craig Brewer was the guy, a director that made the movie Black Slake Moan and Hustle and Flow. They were in the middle of making Hustle and Flow. And I invited him. Well, he came down to see me. And then we went to a meeting with John Singleton, MJG, and a group of white people. You know, and a group of white people that were the producers for the movie, because Craig Brewer was there. Craig Brewer was directing it, and John Singleton was producing it. But watch this. John Singleton's a noob. I'm a noob. Charles is a noob. The money that is paying my dude is coming from Ari Emanuel, that comes from Chicago, that gets his money from the same organizations that I get my money from, right? For my whole life, I've been getting paid by the same system that Ari Emanuel has been getting paid from. The same system, the same group of people. That's my nigga to die. That's my dude. I brag on him all day. Charles King, that's my brother right there. Yeah, he's a killer. Because listen to what Charles King says about blacks in the entertainment industry, and you'll know that's why that's my brother. Love Charles King, man. The mayor of Black Hollywood, bro. Mayor of Black Hollywood, man. And I feel blessed that I can call him when I want to call him. Seriously. I can call that man when I want to call him, and he'll give me an answer to a question. He will give me what he thinks. He will help me out if it's in his ability. I love that man. I've supported him with my heart through his entire career, man. And I know he's taken over Hollywood, without a doubt. That's the king of Hollywood right there. No doubt. You know what I mean? Round Orange. That's what's up. Said I used to live in Round Mound. I said Round Mound. Orange Mound. Cersei said, love Memphis. Project Pratt, my favorite rapper to this day. Yeah, so dude, I'm telling you, that's how this shit works. You had MJK, whatever his name is. Because I didn't really, my deal is I'm the connector. Right? That's me. My job is to say, hey, man, Charles, I think there's some shit you can make some money on here in Memphis. It's related to Hollywood. He said, okay, cool. I'm going to come down and check it out. He comes down, checks it out. He signs the director. Then he makes the next 3 movies. Another connection to Charles. Tell you this is how the politics work, and I'll get off. When Charles started, and I don't think that he'd say that this is bad for me to say this. When he originally started, right, he was with William Morris. I started working with Adrian Fenty in D.C. Adrian Fenty got elected mayor in 2006, and I was part of his campaign. I was a big financial supporter of Adrian, and we really put a big push on getting Adrian elected, because we thought what that would do, it would open up D.C. so that we could do business in the area, right? We could bring Chicago businesses into D.C., right? That was what I was doing it for. I wanted to move Chicago into D.C. because Chicago is where my businesses are, where my people's businesses are, and I figured that if I can get through the mayor Chicago to have heavy influence in D.C., then that shit could work, and I can make money down the line, right? But what happens? Adrian goes to Chicago, and he gets hooked up with the politicians in Chicago. Let's put it that way. DC gets put down with the politicians in Chicago, specifically Mayor Daley. Mayor Daley didn't meet with him. Mayor Daley only meets with mayors. So I could never get, once he was elected, then he could have met with Daley. But when he's in the election, Daley wasn't going to meet with him. But what Daley did let him do was Daley let him meet all of his senior officers, the head of his police department, the head of his education, right? So when Adrian went and met the guy whose name is Arnie Duncan, he was the head of Chicago Public Schools at the time. He eventually became the head of the Secretary of Education for the United States under Obama. But their first entree into the education was in DC, and it was in the connection in the meeting that we made between Arnie Duncan and Adrian Fenty that got that Michelle, whatever her name is, Michelle Lee, got her that job. But after all of that shit happened, watch, this is how it works. After all of that shit happened, Adrian met, because he was in the education field, Adrian met Lauren Jobs, a multi-billionaire philanthropist, Lauren Jobs. She is, and I'm sorry for all the name dropping, but all this shit is real. This is how my business deals go, and why there's a lot of money, but I don't get a lot of the money. My job is to make huge deals where everybody else can feed off of that. And one of the examples of feeding off that deal was that Adrian, in his new position as mayor, and with a educational platform provided to him by Chicago, did all that educational stuff in DC, which people in DC didn't like. I respect that and understand why. However, by doing that, he got in with all of the billionaires that are trying to reform education, right? Because they're educating you. So what happens then? Charles has a relationship with Adrian too. They're cool. Charles took Adrian to LA and did a big fundraiser for Adrian in LA. And he's the king of fucking Hollywood. He's the mayor of Black Hollywood. So you know the type of people that were there. It was all the celebrities and all the people connected to the celebrities that then knew Adrian. So now Adrian's in three places. He's got clout in DC, he's got clout in Chicago, and he's got clout in LA. The combination of that, he now is making millions of dollars, not as a mayor, with technology projects in Seattle, which, by the way, many people from Howard got moved into, and now there are people from Howard that are running the Schultz Foundation in Seattle. All of these things come from understanding the relationships of people and bringing them together, but not for your own individual good. You have to bring them together for their own good. And then all the money is going to be made. But what my problem is that I didn't know how I can manifest that for myself. Because the only way it can happen is if I don't get anything. And the only connection that I am is the street. I'm the street. Everybody else walks on it. And like I said, Adrian, we got him elected mayor. Charles, we got him funded, and he's one of the biggest producers in Hollywood right now. We've got, in Chicago, we got Barack Obama elected president off of that same loop. Because now Chicago, you think Chicago wants to settle with getting mayors elected? They don't. They got I didn't get that money to DC. Chicago got that money to DC. All I did was say, I'm from Chicago. You know who I am. You know who my daddy is. You know you can trust my daddy. So if you trust my daddy, you can trust me to trust this kid and do something with this kid. And then what they did was, after that, they did the test run with him, and then they did the real thing with Obama. And they got Obama elected with the same concept, that if you have Chicago, you have the presidency. Because if you have Chicago, you have Ohio, you have Michigan, you have Indiana, you have Iowa, you have everything that surrounds it. And that was the politics behind it. But anyway, I'm way over. Much love to everybody, but that's what I do. That's what I do. And that's when you ask me, do I have more money than Bob Arum? No, I do not. Can I get and do shit he can't? Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm from Chicago, man. And my people have been down for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Peace. Sounds like you was a middleman basically. Not a middleman. No. I'm not in the middle of anything, Floyd. I'm not in the middle. I initiated it. I am an influencer. I am a connector. I'm the person that you say, who has connections to who? If you look at who I have connections to, I have connections to Obama. I've got connections to the mayor's office in D.C. I've got connections to the mayor's office in Memphis. I've got them in L.A. I've got them in New Orleans. I've got them everywhere I've ever lived. I've got them in Texas. All of them. Because that's what I did. Because that was the only way I could make a living. Because nobody was going to give me a job because of who I'm with. And that's just what it is. All right, man. I'm out. Peace.